Welcome, everybody, to the VAIL VRML Season 2. My name is Nightfire with 2 E's. I will be your sole conductor into today's journey into the VRML. And in particular, into some relatively high-tier teams. Kata, a squad maybe new to challenging a team like ZEAL up in the higher tier, but going 4-4 so far on a bit of a streak, taking them to this moment where they are able to go up against ZEAL this afternoon, who are currently ranked, I believe, 11th. 7-4. Maybe they're ranked 6th, though. It's hard. I think our rankings there are a little bit messed up. We'll send the bug report back to the folks at home, but the matchup that I anticipate to be a pretty good back and forth, and that's why we're tuning in this afternoon. It's also a highly voted on matchup on the website. If you do want to see a certain match get played, you can vote on it simply by going to the VRML.com website. Go ahead and give the players the ready, and we should be diving into our first round of this series shortly. We have full rosters on both sides. On ZEAL, we have Geever, Moon Astro, Mustached Miner, P-Zeke, and Tunic. And over on Kata, we have Jolts, Matt Black, Pablo Escobar, Peanut Head, and Sax Kata. Everyone on that Kata squad are rocking their own custom name tags and PFPs, which you love to see. Same thing for that ZEAL squad. You'll see it once we load in, but there it is. Where are we going is the question. Map 1. Wow. Interestingly, going to be taking us to where most series end. As we dive into Kitty for our opening map in this best of 3. ZEAL starting on the defense. Kata on the attack. Let's get into it. Round 1 opening up here in our best of 3 again. If you are just tuning in, it's our first match, so you're just in time. Botch smoke there. I think they wanted that one to go over, but a heavy smoke wall applied to this site. I think part of that's got to be defensive, because it doesn't seem to be something that they wanted to be working through. But as the smokes dissipate, the action begins to unfold. The corner peak there. Oh, and P-Zeke gets picked off. A nice line from Peanut Head to open things up. A quick double as Mustache stuffs the barrel around the corner, finds almost the third. Tunic scoops up the final shots on that one. And it does leave one left alive. Moon Astro pushes out and takes care of it. ZEAL advanced to an early 1-0, and I think the connoisseur is favoring ZEAL this afternoon by a substantial margin. Kitty, a map that's been shifting more to a offensive favor as of this season. But ZEAL have nonetheless taken an early defensive point, so again, I'm sure they're feeling good about that pistol opener, but full rifle buy now. As the smoke barrage comes in, a nade flying there, catches Jolts. Blink and you'd miss it. Quick chuck. Another nice nade. That one's a smoke. P-Zeke catches shots with the SMG, and Peanut Head goes down. Kata and Geever exchange some words, and P-Zeke finds another. Tunic scooping up one more, and it leaves Matt Black alone in a 1v4, getting collapsed upon in the skate park. Can't Tony Hawk 900 out of that one. And showing off that fancy knife skin as ZEAL on the hunt for maybe a skin of their own. Trying to take Season 2 champion. This is definitely going to be a challenge for Kata. I think if you look at purely the rank and the performance so far this season, ZEAL have been playing very good. The games they've lost have been up against opponents that are, in the top 5. Kata, in comparison, have been working their way up through that ladder and are now getting that chance to challenge one of these top teams. That smoke rolling quite a distance, maybe a little bit farther than Giver was hoping for, as it gives away their audio with that coughing. Nades don't come towards Giver, though. Maybe they're going to be caught off guard. Giver finds one. Barreling forward, can't get the second. Matt Black shuts that down. And I feel if ZEAL overextend, they could very well step into a scenario that Kata can capitalize on. Like this one. Only one kill is lucky. But ZEAL are still in control. 45 seconds left. Scanner is on the rotation. And they seem to very well know that as Mustache catches one. Matt and Sachs should be able to rotate free and clear here, but not so free. As Tunic ready and waiting, and now Sachs alone in the 1v3, trying to push towards site. ZEAL could be setting themselves up for a dominant performance this afternoon on a kitty opener, no less. And Pizik springs the trap, the 3v1 there. And I feel like we've really seen Kitty shift towards that offensive style a little more. But it's kind of like 50-50. So, we're only 3 rounds in to an 8-round half. Anything could happen here in these next few ones, but this B-site push hasn't worked well for him yet. They can get the right utility into the right place, avoid the right grenades as those do come flying in, and Pablo able to catch out Moon before Moon can do any damage. Meanwhile, Giver and Pizik trying to hold down the B site in what is a very stacked offense up through the middle there. Tunic will actually catch one. Jolt's going to be trying to battle this off, and Tunic fighting back the entire team, stalling them out from advancing forward. Going to enable Matt Black and Giver to exchange some blows, and Giver's the one that goes down there, not before taking one with them. As Matt Black commits to the full swing, Tunic on the reload does go down, but we're into a 1v2. An opportunity for Pablo with that SMG to find some close quarters exchanges, that rapid fire. Oh, but Pizik's the one that wins that one. The SMG versus SMG goes the way of ZEAL for a 4-0 opener. This could be a fast series in Week 7, I think. Let's take a look. Kata had a 3-game win streak going until a challenge match, I think, maybe just a few days ago, where they lost to Anarchy Virtual. I think that bumped them down in rank further than where they were when they originally were set for their match against ZEAL, which is why we have that rank disparity this afternoon. 2 losses would definitely sting Kata, but they, after an Aurora win, a 6-shooter Slingers win, tried their fates. Moon trying to find some kills with that revolver, I think. Pablo utilizing the SMG. Sax catches one moon with the shotgun. We'll pick up 2. $5-0. ZEAL saying welcome to the top 7. And Kata getting a bit more of a rude awakening than they did against Anarchy Virtual a few days ago here. Could be a different story in a few rounds or on the side swap, so I'm reserving my expectations on the series for now. But so far, ZEAL have a pretty dominant 5-0. Picking off-meta weapons like shotguns to effectively defend. Maybe not so off-meta when you're holding this close quarter corner, but nonetheless. B site doesn't work, so back to A they go. Getting stalled by some defensive smokes, and Mustached Miner finds one. Tunic scooping up another. Scanner down on this side, and you can see the entirety of the defense crashing. Does put Pablo. And now Peanut Head alone in a 1v5. Just to catch one. Tunic getting aggressive on the extension out there. Scanner still down. Not going to be retrieved likely as Peanut simply tries to find some picks. That smoke almost catches Peanut, prompting the cough, giving away their position, but doesn't. And Tunic finds the kill nonetheless. ZEAL up to a fast 6-0 here. And our Saturday night fight could be done in a matter of singular hour versus hours if this pace maintains. 2 more points for a perfect half, and then a pistol round to lock in a flawless 9-0 on Kitty. That's the pursuit for ZEAL right now. Geaver anticipating an advancement through the middle, finds nothing. It's all very early information gathering being done by these teams that then they can whittle down the possibility of where their opponent could be. They've whittled it down to, well, they're pushing from that skate park. So let's try and surround it, and you can see a nice half moon being shaped up here around B. And the duo stalled. Scanner down. 1v2 in front of Matt Black. That separates them from their first point on offense, and Mustached Miner won't allow it. 7-0 opening half. Oof. I see 24 Gray in chat asking how my day is. It's been pretty good. Had a very good Breachers cast this afternoon. Had a little spaghetti for lunch. Gonna have a nice steak and mashed potatoes for dinner. Gonna play some video games, watch some shows. Have a nice Saturday. That's my plan. So, with that in mind, I can't be happier to be here. Casting a, so far, pretty fast series by ZEAL. I'd love to be around for more rounds. Maybe that will happen on the side swap. But I think ZEAL are going to put up a pretty good offensive push. At the very least in their first 3 rounds, which at this pace, they might get a perfect half 8-0. I like that they finally decided to split. As Geaver finds Schultz. Noticing now Kata down a player as well. Hopefully just a technical issue and they can have them reconnect shortly, but didn't make it for this round, so it is just a 2-2 split. That bike does get on the board with one, though. And yeah, ZEAL not making this one easy. Well, positioning it to be a rough weekend / week for the likes of the Gun Kata squad, but they've at least managed to get their 5th back in, so they're back to a whole team. We swap sides, and maybe now Gun Kata can put up a solid performance. The pistol round is going to be vital. Obviously, if they lose it here, they've lost the map. Series obviously won't be done either. We've still got the, I would argue, more competitive maps, Suna and Miru, coming up, as Kitty is opening the series instead of closing it. Typically, Kitty's saved for the last map to be played in a best of 3. Nades, utilities, smoke, everything coming in. Tunic finds one, Geaver with another. Moon Astro pushing up through the smoke, scoops up the kill themselves. A-side scanner gets planted. And it's 2v5. Need support from Peanut, who's there just a little too late. No, actually, Pablo's still alive. Almost gets knifed in the pistol round. Does catch a kill, but both of them go down, and ZEAL take a flawless map 1. As fast as you can make them. And plagued by maybe some technical difficulties, the Gun Kata squad not able to get into any sort of rhythm in map 1 on Kitty. I gotta wonder if it's momentum loss coming in from a loss earlier in the week, but they gotta bounce back here, reshape their minds, and prepare themselves for map 2. I don't think we're going to see any subs. I'm seeing a full 5 on that side of Gun Kata. And if ZEAL are ready, we'll be diving into Suna or Miru for our second map, and potentially the series map, if ZEAL are going to come out as strong as this. Map 2 announced to me and now chosen. We are going to be headed to Suna. I do see some folks in chat spouting some wise words. At least this will be a learning experience against the top-tier team, that's for sure, especially since it's broadcast. You get a lot of opportunities to adjust strategies and adapt moving forward, so that when there does come another chance for Gun Kata to challenge teams in the top 7, they can be a little bit more tactically prepared. To have, I guess, both of their last 2 games cast is going to be pretty helpful for them, I imagine. Pistol round, Peanut heads, barrel stuffs Geaver. Peacock swinging, goes down to Peanut. Matt Black finds one as well. On site, scanner down, and ZEAL very well could lose their first round of the series here. Tunic, all that's left on the ZEAL side. Gun Kata thirsty for their first round, but ZEAL not making it easy. Tunic fighting back, and finally, I can put a point onto the Gun Kata side of the scoreline. It took a map swap, a fresh score, and gosh, now I gotta wonder if we're just gonna get a complete swap of scoreline here, if Gun Kata are gonna start to run away with their defensive half. Maybe an overconfident pistol approach. As that smoke gets dumped to the back corner. Sniper rifle by Moon Astro being chosen, and they'll catch Jolts. Missed a few shots, but hey, they got there in the end as Miner finds the kill themselves, and with rifles in hand, the ZEAL team becomes that much more dangerous. Peanut Head alone and trapped in the bottom floor. Scanner should go down, relatively uncontested. We know Peanut's down here underneath, and so they're going to challenge. Moon Astro will creatively, almost like a revolver, fire that sniper. ZEAL back to being tied 1-1. And just because Kata have a point doesn't mean ZEAL is going to let things go easy, that's for sure. Mustache going to open things up in that middle, the top floor, as Pablo finds one themselves. Push coming in towards Jolt's location as they turn that flash and try and get ready for the push in. You're going to drop off the corner, rotate around, find that smoke is blocking their way, and Moon Astro's trying to connect with some hip-fire shots with their sniper rifle. That fails them. Jolts picks up two, Peanut with another, and Jolts does find the triple. Kata have two. Back in the lead on their defensive half, and I wonder if ZEAL are going to continue to go with those off-meta decisions. Moon Astro certainly seems prepared to, but does have that secondary this time. Still running that sniper. I don't even know what that rifle's called. I don't think I've ever seen anyone run it. In a league match, at least. Another B-side push. Mustache catching Matt Black. 4 players pushing towards B. As PZ finds one on Jolts over to the top of the smoke. There's a second. Geaver, the one that finishes the kill off. And as everyone else pushes in, Sax Kata is all that's left for Kata. 1v4, and again, things kept a lot closer this time around by the Kata team as we go 2-2. So not out of control, but a dominant offensive round there from ZEAL. Kata got to reflect on what worked for them in the rounds they've won. Oh, and Jolt's going straight to a standard defensive tuck. One very vulnerable to nades, air bursts, and all sorts of variety of tools. But they're not too worried about it as they'll find their first kill, look for more, and find a second in a trade. Moon Astro able to get rid of Pablo on site, and a 2v1. Kata fending off much better here. Map 2 looking much more competitive than the 9-0 Kitty opener there. Oh, and a good air burst. No, just misses Moon, but a smoke should deny vision and allow that scanner to go down. As they drop back, though, they'll be shut down by Peanut Head and Kata back in the lead. Suna, again, looking much better from this Kata squad. Much more in control. And obviously maybe a little bit more mentally focused, being able to take some rounds and put them on the board. Shows them that this ZEAL team isn't unbeatable, as they may have appeared after a tough 9-0 loss. But A side is the play for ZEAL today. B not working for him in the last few runs. A didn't work for him on that pistol push. They're thinking maybe now it will. Geaver able to get rid of one on defense. The other two crashing back to Geaver's position. Going to try and flash him out, and does catch one with the flash. Jolts goes down. Another getting scooped up from that flank, and sacks Kata. Suddenly all that's left in a 1v3. Make it a 1v2. Scoops up one, finds the double. Now we're into a 1v1. Moon Astro on a long rotation. EMP down between the two of them, and I don't know if Sax has heard that EMP yet. Does. Peeks out and finds the triple, the clutch.
Round starting. Get ready.
Sax Kata with some big moves there. Oh, and I got the wrong replay. Rip. It's okay. Still a good replay. But Gun Kata on their defensive half in the lead. 2 more rounds to go before we swap sides. Another A-side push after a bit of a failed one. They're going to try again. Matt Black and Moon Astro trade down. As utility and nades come in. There's one. That does connect. Sax waiting in the smokes. They won't find their multi-kill like they did last round. The duo there swinging onto Jolts, finding the kills they need, and Pablo, suddenly all that's left on a long flank with utility available to them. Could be able to shut this down with what they have. Full HP against 2 half HP now defenders of that scanner. Pablo clanking against the wall there as they push up. Will spin for PZ. Can't find the double. ZEAL closed the gap.
Round starting.
No more off-meta buys. No more rifles getting picked up by the ZEAL 5. When they are down, it is not time to clown, as they say. And ZEAL going to look to try and tie their half 4-4 before they swap sides and go on defense themselves. Another A-side push. Quick crash coming in from the rest of the squad. And Sax finds the first opening. Battle up the middle. Geaver. Sax everyone trading down. Until we're suddenly into a 2v2. Into a 2v1. Gun Kata. On the cusp of making this a successful winning half. And there it is. They find it 5-3. The lead maintained. Their defensive half a relative success, but as the side swap comes, I wonder what we're going to see from Gun Kata on the offense. An opportunity for them to push this to a map 3 decider on Miru, which would be quite the way to wrap up this series. 9-0 opener on Kitty to this. It's a shift. And Gun Kata got to be kicking themselves at maybe their lack of success on Kitty. Because this is a much better showing here. Oh, and Moon Astro with 2. Peanut Head trying to find the angle. Flash comes over the top. Nade, utility, everything clashing. As the smoke should slow them for the moment. EMP trapped up here towards B with several defenders mere inches away. And Matt Black waiting for the rest of their team to push up, but definitely quite a few defenders also doing the same. And PZ, Will PZ, catches the kill, and Pablo's all that's left. A 1v5. As ZEAL say, we're here to defend. A nice pickup there. Pablo sensing a fast flank, reaches out for another, finds that one. Looking for the third, can't get it. Not enough HP to work with there, and Geaver.
Round starting.
The rest of the ZEAL squad, 3 left alive. Close the gap, 4-5. Another round not going gun Kata's way. 5 alive still for ZEAL. Getting pinched at this point by Moon Astro from the side there. And with that sniper in hand, the ZEAL squad feeling confident. They'll trade down a 1-for-1. That'll set them up 5-5.
Round starting.
Map 2 starting to shape up for ZEAL after that side swap comes in. Ooh, and look at this stack of attackers on our rotation here. A lot of counter utility. Not a lot of connection, though. Off-site, a flank. They trade down on it. Geaver will catch that kill, and on-site Mustache going to battle back against the final attacker, Sax Kata. They've been here before, and they've managed to clutch it up. They know Tunic's on the ladder. They heard the jump. Well, there's so many defenders around, and it's going to be impossible to stop them all. ZEAL claw back the lead after a two-point deficit. 5-3 half, they take control again and are 3 away from a series win. Pretty fast map 2 as well. You know, you always see the 9-0 map 1, but been some very quick rounds here. Battle up the middle. Battle up the edge. Battle at B site. That goes the way of Jolts. Should be able to get Scanner down as the 2 that are left, Mustache and Geaver, do crash back to site. A little delay. There's a big swing. Geaver catches one. Going to toss the knife out, try and draw him out with a little bit of a for 10 grenade. Obviously no beeping or audio cues, so they're not going to fall for that one. And on the swing, Jolts catches the first. Mustache is up next with 30 seconds on the clock to work with. This flank may pay off, but it's also a matter of timing here. Oh, and they saw the peak. They know Jolts' position. They're going to try to get the nade and utility toss as Jolts rotates around. The frag does come in. Forces them out, and there's the swing. Mustache catches the kill. Do they have enough time for a scanner interrupt? I don't think so. I think this is going to be Gun Kata putting another point on the board, and we're tied 6-6. Gun Kata are not letting this one go easy. Off of a well-timed hold, Suna proves to be a bit more interesting, to say the least, than Kitty did. A pretty big split here this time on the overhead. 1-2-1-2 split. A good effort, but with Scanner down, Gun Kata have it rough. Beaver and Tunic will dive out for their kills.
Round starting.
2 more to go for ZEAL. But Gun Kata have fought back so far on their offensive half, so it's not to say that it's not possible for them to potentially push this 8-8, 7-7. Good bit of utility. There should be an indicator that there's a player there. That nade gets tossed. Maybe wasted. A nade over the top. Catches Pizik on the back. The short corner. And Pizik finds a triple. Oh my goodness. I think that's the quadra kill. With the nade on top. And he gets the celebratory praise from the squad. And we get to look at that replay again. The nade over the back and then the peek. Could have been 7-7 there. They were set up nicely for the push in. Scanner at A, the play. Seems to be A, but there is one splitting attention as the double comes in. Another goes through from Pizik. Scanner goes down just behind Giever, and the call out to the rest of the team to rotate for defense comes in. No need to be at B if the scanner is at A. And whoa, it just moved. So maybe it wasn't where it was. For me, maybe they knew where it was back there, because we never saw Pizik rotate off of B, which I thought was interesting. They are ready to drop down and shift to A if the call out comes, but for now there isn't any move there. Moon Astro going to sit and wait to hear for audio cues, if any rotation up through the middle. That cost him. Trying to be cool with the dual wield.
30 seconds remaining.
As Peanut Head rotates around, Giever is going to be coming up through the middle. Going to be fighting Sax Kata as Pizik now is alone, trying to clutch this round up. 13 seconds left. Can't get tucked in time, and hey, you mess around and find out. ZEAL allow Gun Kata to get ever closer. Moon Astro trying to dual wield SMGs there to very little success in comparison if they just had held on to their rifle. A close map too. Ooh, and Moon finds one. PC with another. Matt Black able to get the refrag, though. And off of this... Oh, no! The dual-wield SMG does pay off for at least a kill for Moon Astro. Pablo Escobar is now all that's left on Gun Kata's side in a 1v4. Scanner down over at B. And Pablo with very little information on where the rest of these players are. A decent flash there, but I don't think they move fast enough off it. Moon is also tucked in. Position given away, though, and Moon will finish it off. ZEAL a little bit closer this time, but they take map 2, 9-7. Pop my ears there. And we go into our third and final map of the series. Even though the series has been finished, Miru is where we're headed to wrap this up, interestingly enough. Not to Kitty, where we typically end the series. I'll let them know I'm ready for map 3. They don't got to wait on me. And we'll see if ZEAL put a bow on this with a strong Miru performance. Makes me wonder if the series would have been a lot closer if Suna had started this series. They went 9-7 there. You go Miru map 2 then, obviously, and maybe take a map, but then no hope on Kitty. As they did go 9-0 there. Still, a interesting sequence of maps this afternoon. Here we go, our final one of the series. And what could otherwise be a very fast 3 maps. We'll see just how fast. We'll see if you'll have anything to say about it as we do get ready to dive into Miru for our final map. Start there. Seems that technical issue on ZEAL's side on the load-in. So we will patiently wait. And wow, we wait. A shout out to our sponsors, Triangle Factory, supporting the VRML this season, last season, contributing in $10,000 to the cash prize pool for the top teams to compete for. In-game cosmetics, and of course the support that has been fantastic from the Axe Labs squad. We really do appreciate Axe Labs. I think I said Triangle. I might have said Triangle Factory. I don't know. I'm getting all the VRML leagues mixed up. I do apologize. I did a Breachers cast earlier today. Give me a break. But we do appreciate Axe Labs and their support, obviously, to the VRML. We also do appreciate HyperX contributing into that VRML. If you want to get 15% off any purchase in North America, you can use code HXVRML23. HXVRML23. That's for 15% off any purchase of HyperX products that aren't exclusive limited edition products like the Naruto headset or something like that. Just your standard run-of-the-mill products are what you got to go for there. But hey, those products are still fantastic. You're hearing my voice on the Procast S, so I love the HyperX gear. And now, after the false start, we are actually ready to go into our first round. ZEAL on defense and Gun Kata on the attack to open up our final map. The series already finished. ZEAL have come across confidently with that series win, with an opening Kitty 9-0 and a much more tough map 2 9-7. I imagine Miru a little bit more of what we saw on Suna. But we will have to see just how Gun Kata approaches this one. Early trades coming in. Oh, and Tuna catches Joel's trying to plant the scanner. A couple of shots through the box. It leaves just Matt and Pablo alone, as they are a bit separated here towards site, waiting for Pablo to rotate around for the pinch before Matt pushes forward. ZEAL are waiting for this, or maybe not. Mustache not ready. And Pablo finds the double. Gun Kata take an early lead 1-0. Off of a nice swing there from Pablo for a two-piece. Some well-earned fist bumps and another look at that replay. Mustache must have been tunneling on the stairwell in front of him. But after our pistols, we go back to rifles. Oh, and Tuna will fly out. SMG shots and a nade from Pablo, though. Even the odds actually into Gun Kata's favor. I told you a Suna or Miru start might have been better for Gun Kata overall, just because they're performing so much better against ZEAL on these two maps. But Kitty was such a disaster that the momentum was so heavily into ZEAL's favor. It's 2 points quickly into Gun Kata's pocket as they take an early lead here. They were able to do it on Suna. They found rounds there, and they're finding them here on Miru. Maybe it was a ZEAL map choice to go to Kitty first, in which case a good pick to be at what is arguably, again, the last map of most best of threes. And put it there first to get the momentum going. It's also why, if you do ever get to that third map and you've lost the series, and it typically is Kitty, you want to be sure you are utilizing that time to practice. Because you never know. Kitty could be the first map in a best of three that you have to win to set yourself up for 3 more maps. As Gun Kata are completely denied this time around on their pushes. The early trades in the middle definitely do not go the way of Gun Kata, and much like Suna, ZEAL bounce back in a big way. Another early couple of shutdowns here, as Moon Astro finds more on the side. They may collapse on what is the surviving remaining 2 here. Matt Black and Sax Kata are all that's left. The push there did come out, but a little bit over-aggressive from the likes of Moon. Rotation now going to be caught out well by Pezik. A little too late to swing. As Pezik there pushed up and got comfortable. And with Scanner down, Sax wondering what the play should be for them. Little information. Likely not wanting to squander this early 2-point lead they've managed to scoop up. And like I said, I always want to take every round and map serious, even if you've lost the series. Good practice. And Kata may not be able to get opponents like ZEAL often in scrims, so have to utilize moments like this as often as you can. Geaver will shut down that rotation from Sax as the clock was ticking down indefinitely.
Round starting. Get ready.
And we are tied up 2-2. And a battle over B's site with smoke utility. Rotations not needed. P-Zeke and the on-site defense shut down the advancement from Peanut Head, leaving them all alone and being flanked pretty quickly. Peanut recognizing their situation, dropping back in anticipation of this aggression, but
seconds remaining.
and ZEAL back in control.
Round starting.
3-2 lead on defense. The half not quite finished. A few more rounds to go before we swap sides and reset economies. An opportunity for ZEAL to find a few more points and extend that lead. Does look like Geaver having some technical issues there, so hopefully they get back in time. Likely something Kata is not aware of, that they are down a player on the defense, but it doesn't matter as Mustached and Moon find kills themselves. Sax fends off the rotation. And a nice opening pick is going to allow Tunic the opportunity to rotate. P-Zeke scoops up another on the pinch, and suddenly again, like a lot of rounds, sacks Kata somehow to be the last player alive. As Geaver swings the corner.
Round starting. Get ready.
So you'll take 2 onto their lead, and it's 4 unanswered points coming in from the likes of the ZEAL defense right now. 2 more to go in the half. We swap sides. Maybe Kata shifting over to defense. We'll let them bounce back. Miru pretty split though on how it goes, so if you ever have an advantage, it's a pure advantage, not necessarily a side-based one, as we barrel in here and multiple kills connect for what leaves Kata into a 2v3. Ooh, and Matt Black cracks open the AB site. Where is the scanner, though? It's not in Matt Black's hands. It doesn't mean that if they continue to push up, they don't don't find anyone on the backside. Tunic tucked in tight there and mustached. Simply waiting by the scanner, the clock ticking down. All this movement from Matt Black to be ended here.
Round starting.
Patient mustached. And another point. ZEAL just now a few away from taking 3 clean maps in this best-of-3 series. The Kitty 9-0 opener, though, really just set the tone for the entirety of this. And so far, since then, ZEAL have been playing pretty good VAIL. Oh, there's a nade from Moon that catches one. Little smoke coming in as Matt Black gets pinched from the side. Tunic finds that other kill, and the half is finished. We swap sides, and ZEAL need 3 offensive points to take map number 3. So far, the pistol round dominated by ZEAL as Pablo tries to push from the side into what is a hornet's nest of alive and healthy ZEAL defenders. Scanner yet to go down, but some airburst nades do ward off jolts for the time being. A frag and a nade themselves, though, he at least gets things a little closer. 2 left alive in a 1v2. Pablo rotating over towards the site. Scanner does get picked up. Does go down, and Pablo tries to rotate out to scoop up one. And look at where Moon is, way off OBJ. Gonna crash back to where the fight is with 30 seconds left. Pablo, their only opponent here, the 1v2, and they line up. That's dangerous. Could have gone wrong, but goes right. ZEAL 2 away. I see Koa in chat talking about the impact of MMR off of the loss here, and I think, yeah, because of the initial loss this week on your challenge match, and now going up against ZEAL here, the loss here, I think the separation in rank will actually impact you less. So because you kept map 2 so close and went 7 and 5, 9 and 5, 9 and 7 rather, excuse me. The overall point disparity isn't actually that much. Looks like Kata lost one on defense as Moon finds a sniper shot there. P-Zeke with a nade, and just like that, Matt Black is alone and down to the shots from P-Zeke, our final round of the afternoon. Well, what could be. Coming up here as a 5v4 is what it seems. Some technical issues maybe on the gun Kata side. Not what you need now when you have to fend for your life in the second map, and like we were saying, every point matters. The 9-0 is what hurts the most in this best of 3. The 9-7 map 2 is huge, but then here, you want a few more points. Because a 9-2, well, I still think 9 points is a decent amount. 9-27, yeah, you want more. And maybe they'll find it. If Sax can clutch up a 1v3 on the swing. Can't. And that's that. ZEAL wrap up the series with a solid 3-map win. And we get ready for another big game tomorrow. 2, actually. IVEU versus Team Juice in the afternoon at 11 a.m. cast by Chumbait. And then another, Wrecked versus Aerial. Another high voted on series that I think will obviously be a bit higher tier of a matchup too, with Wrecked being involved there. So one that I'm interested to see how that turns out. So a lot more VAIL left this weekend, but that'll be it for me here on the desk. Another shout out to Axe Labs for sponsoring VRML. $10,000 into that cash prize pool. HyperX for contributing into our prize pool as well, and ProTube VR for being our longest sponsor. We do appreciate their support. Mine has been Nightfire with 2 E's. I'll see you tomorrow for more VAIL VRML action.